Hello and welcome back to LearnWire. In this video, by popular request, I've had quite a few of you ask for me to do a review on Rytr, the AI writing assistant Rytr. Now, it's definitely making a name for itself on Appsumo. I'm imagining they're coming to an end with their lifetime deal on Appsumo. We're going to go check that out real quick. If you're interested and you're watching this video, and if it's still available, go pick this up. If you want to get the lifetime deal for only $39, you get a lifetime deal and you don't have to pay monthly for this copywriting assistant. Now, they only have one plan. It's $39, so that is very affordable. There are a couple things that I don't like about this plan though, and I wish that they would have offered a couple different tiers. Let's see if you can actually buy more. Sometimes they let you buy multiple codes. I'm not sure if they're allowing multiple codes or not with this. So right here, looking at this, this deal is not stackable. And so you're going to know, because we're going to get back into this. We'll analyze this, and I'm going to actually go and look at it live right now. I actually haven't used it. I have seen a lot of videos on it, so I have an idea of how it works. We're going to go ahead and check it out. And then I'm going to close with my thoughts at the end. So let's jump in real quick. I just signed up a brand new account to test this out. We're inside the Rytr app. And what you would do is just select your language. I like that there's languages. Now that separates it from most of the writing assistants that I've seen on the market, where you can actually write in all these main languages, the most popular languages in the world. And I don't think that very many of them actually have that. And right away, I can tell you that this is one of the most simple UI designs, user interface. The UI is super crisp and clean. I like it. There's no bulkiness about it. When you come to this and you look at it, there's nothing right here that's confusing to a new user. I've just logged in for the first time and I'm looking at it, and there's just not a whole lot that you can do. And that can be a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm definitely not intimidated when I look at this. And you have to look at some people that might be using this tool. They might want to just jump into the writing and want it to be pretty self-explanatory. So far, what I'm looking at, I like the way that when you come in here, it's pretty self-explanatory. You kind of gravitate toward the left. You're going to have your history of documents up here, and then you're going to have your account up here. So you select your language. We're going to go with English. And then right here, I also like this. Now, I am a Jarvis or Conversion AI subscriber. I've been paying $100 a month for that program since it came out around February, March of 2021. So about 6 months in, paying $100 a month to do the math. That's very expensive. And you have to type out what you want the tone to be in everything that you do there. And it can start just becoming a little tedious to have to type that out every single time. I like that they actually make this an important part of Rytr, which you actually get to come in here and choose from, looks like about almost 20 different tones that you're looking for. And so right now we're going to test out the blog posting part of it, which is the most popular. I like to compare what long form type content you can build with different of these AI generation tools, because that's the end all be all, in my opinion, the staple. A lot of them can do Facebook ads and Google ads and do email writing and stuff, but how well does it do with writing long form content? Because we have a lot of who's going to be using this, right? Who's going to be using this? Yes, you need copy for your websites and your business if you're a business owner, but you also need to be able to, if you're a blogger, this is appealing to those two parties. And a lot of the community that's using these tools are bloggers. They're trying to rank their content on Google and search engines. And so we want to see how well these AI tools perform against each other and how well they perform with creating long form content. So we're going to go over here and let's just pick one. Enthusiastic, formal for a nice blog, funny. I like that, funny, but let's go with enthusiastic for this one. And then I don't have a primary keyword in this case, just right off the cusp. We're going to do something to see. We're going to kind of give it a chance. We're not going to get real specific with it. We're going to just say how to lose weight in the winter time. Since winter is right around the corner, we're hitting fall. And here's another thing that I'm noticing that I like as well, is that you get to choose between 1, 2, or 3 variants. And most of the tools don't allow you. Now, Jarvis does. I really like that about Jarvis. You can choose however many variants, the outputs that you want it to generate. And I've been using PepperType a lot, and I really like PepperType. I'll probably do some more videos on that. I just secured my lifetime subscription, paid $200 for that, and it is a really great tool. The quality of output in PepperType is great. I'll probably do a comparison. Please leave a comment below if you want me to do a comparison between these two tools, Rytr and PepperType. Or any other tools you want me to do like a comparison or versus video for. But certainly one thing I wish that some of the other writing tools, including PepperType, had is to be able to control the variance, because when you have a limit on characters, maybe you don't want it to output so much each time. And I like that you're able to do that here. And so we're going to go with 2 variants right here, and we're going to go and push the right button. Now, once we get into this, it's going to go out there and start writing for us. I'm imagining it's going to go ahead and just pop open and create a new doc for us, and it did. So what I'm seeing compared to other videos is it looks like keywords stay with healthy introduction tips on losing weight. So it sounds like I don't know what this keyword thing is. It's like it's giving us some keywords to help us write the content. So let's go ahead and check this out. Up here, how to lose weight in the winter time and stay healthy, how to make it through the winter weather without losing weight. So that's not good. 3 tips on how to lose weight in the wintertime for exercise, without exercise. That's good. What to eat during the cold weather to stay healthy and fit, how to keep your resolutions and fitness goals this winter season. And it looks like keywords, keeping resolutions while it's giving us some keywords. It's going out there and doing some keywords for us. That's kind of cool. I know that that's new because I've been watching a lot of other videos and this was not part of it. So this must have just got released. For those of you that are using this tool already, I don't know how long that's been out, but I haven't seen any other review videos that showed this on there. So pretty interesting stuff. And then let's come down and see what the other output gave us. How to stay active in the winter time to avoid weight gain. That's good. The problem with winter weight gain. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the top one. The solution for staying active in the winter time. Stay active today. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one up here. And we're going to add this down here. And then tip to write SEO friendly long form content, select each section heading along with the keywords and use the paragraph option from the ribbon. The more descriptive the headline headings with keywords, the better. So that right here explains the new way of doing it. It goes out there and does a little bit more research for you, find some keywords, which will help it create the paragraph for us that we're going to go out and do right now. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the rest of this. Okay. And keep in mind, I have never used this tool before. I have seen other people use it, but I'm running into some new features that I haven't even seen other people do reviews on. So this is brand new. I like that Rytr is doing updates to their software, and then they continue to upgrade their software and make it better and better each time, right? So that's awesome. So we're going to come through here and we have our title and then the introduction. So what you're going to do is grab the introduction and the keywords that it said to do. And then we're going to go over here, and they have also improved the menu right here. And they've because it looked like they had a lot of different buttons when it first started out. And now they just have all the bold and H1, H2 tags and all that. The bulleted list and stuff is just part of the document itself, kind of like a Word or Google Docs editor, which I like that, a word processing editor. And then under here, there's just a couple of the commands for the AI technology, and I like that. So we're going to come through here. We can improve the content, rephrase, we can do a suggested command or a paragraph. So, and then there are more. Let's click on more real quick. You can expand the content, shorten the content, append, or check plagiarism. So they've built in. So I watched if you go back and you go to their sales video, they have a training of about 8 minutes, which probably was months ago, and they've already implemented a ton of the stuff that they did not have in the works. They did not have back when they launched. And now to see it has developed and they're continuing to improve, and they're continuing to eat away at the roadmap and improve the product. And that's what you want to look for. Just doing this review, again, stick to the end, because I will give probably my cons of the software, my pros and cons of the software. But you do want to look for, is the software going to be around for a long period of time? And is the software going to be continuing to develop and improve over time and with technology, and to keep up with all the other tools available? So those are the things that I look for. And so far, that part is pretty impressive. And then we're going to go over here. We're just going to push the paragraph button. So it's taken those 2 lines and it's going to go out there and write for us. So a lot of people are struggling with weight loss in the wintertime, but it's not like you can't do anything about it. Here are some helpful tips to make it through the cold weather without losing weight. Eat more healthy fats like avocado, because they have healthy oils and stuff, or nuts, things like that. So that's actually a good tip. Stay active. Of course, we would want to expand on that. How can you stay active? But we have some headings down here that that's going to hit on that, how to stay active. And then keep your diet balanced. So some pretty good tips. It didn't expand too much, but what we could do is come back up here, and I think you can grab the rest of that, and then you can actually click on the more button and then expand, insert a few words to increase length of selected text. And we can push the expand button and see if it can give us another sentence. It did. So here are some helpful tips that will help you stay on the weight loss track and not let the cold weather get in that. So I like that. It actually just inserts a few more words inside the text. All right. So we can come back and mess around with the bulleted list right there. But we're going to go ahead and grab the next headline here and just go to paragraph. So I'm going to whip through this real quick. We're going to get our first article out here, and then I'm going to open up Word. We're going to, actually, I don't need to open up Word because it's going to tell us how many words we have up here. So let's see if we can get 800 words out of this. We'll see. So then it comes up here and it looks like it has a pattern. Now, AI is based on patterns. So since it did a bulleted 1, 2, 3 list up here, the system is now going out there and generating these bulleted lists for us right here, right? So I noticed that there's a parenthesis right here and there's not over here. So you'd want to stay consistent, right? So we're gonna go ahead and grab what to eat during the cold weather to stay healthy and fit. Let's grab all that and do a paragraph as well. So we're gonna keep letting it go to work for us. So far, I'm liking the speed. I like how there's everything that I need is on this page. Everything that I need to do to work on this document is right here. And I do like tools like that where you don't have to go in between. There's just different ways of modeling, right, of what you're looking for. Some really like the ability to go out, and there's a lot of advantages and pros to something like PepperType or Jarvis, where they have a bunch of modules that you can get exactly what you want by clicking on something, and then you get exactly the output you want. But I do like when you're writing a blog post, a long form content like this, and you get to stay inside the tool. I really, really think that that's very helpful. So we're going to go ahead and round this up and grab that one and push the paragraph button. We can read this winter. The winter is here and we need to know what to eat. So I'm also thinking of YouTube videos when I'm doing this. If you had a channel, you could also use this content for YouTube channels, right? So the solution to staying fit in the winter time, I'm going to go ahead and grab that and just say paragraph. Now, does it have a conclusion? Does it have a conclusion function? I don't know. Conclusion. And does it have a pen shorten? I'm not really sure it has like a conclusion if we highlight the whole thing. I'm not real sure how to do a conclusion, if it has a conclusion function or not, but certainly I think we could go and type something in. We all know it can be difficult to stay healthy. Okay, so I wrote a couple sentences. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab that whole thing, correct grammar, and improve the readability. So we can start with an improve of the text that I just wrote. And it went out there and did its thing. And then we're going to highlight the conclusion I just wrote again and send custom text generation requests to AI. I'm not really sure what that one is. We're going to go through and expand the content and no, shorten plagiarism. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's just grab that and push paragraph. So it's it's a short enough amount of text to where it can go in there and actually add more. There are plenty of great reasons to be healthy during the winter. Staying healthy will help you stay more active. And if you wanted to just keep, so this sentence right here would just be a delete. But then if you just wanted to grab that, you could continue writing more content by just pushing the paragraph button is what it looks like. Perfect. Okay, so we've got our conclusion. We're gonna go with an H tag there. And we have a 668 word article. I wanna get to 800. So we'll come through here. And also at this point, this is where we'll go ahead and go through here and delete the keywords, right? Delete all the keywords that were inside here that were very helpful. That the system automatically generates. It must have an algorithm that it goes out there and does some basic research given the content, which is super cool. All right, so we have now cut this down to about 600 words. And so what we'll do right here is eat more healthy fats, and we will, so it looks like it has to have a certain amount before you can use the commands. It has to have a certain amount of text in order to, it needs to be a minimum of 30 characters before it will do something. So we'll just grab these three and see what we can do as far as writing a paragraph. Okay, so we have more content, and then right here, it kind of cut off right here. And I think that there's something that we can do about that, which is this append feature. So we push the append feature. It should finish this sentence for us. So let's see what it does. And it did. Perfect. Okay. So now we're up to almost 700 words. So I'm going to go and grab these real quick and then also do a paragraph there. So if you spend 10 minutes, you get good at using this. You can actually get good at using this. You will be able to get some pretty good content here. This would be great for a YouTube video or great for a blog post. So what I'm going to do is also just grab that as well and push paragraph. Okay, so I'm at my end of my free trial here. So I'd like to just go back and check it out. So it looks like we used 5,000. We used 5,000 words or characters. So it's just credits. I don't think we used 5,000 words. There's no way. So it must just be based on credits. And that's a perfect thing that I get to show you that, because that is going to be one of my cons. And I'm going to go over that in the video. So I'm going to go back. Let's go to history and let's go into our document. Okay, so we have a 750 word document. Pretty good stuff. Now, I'm wondering if we can also, how much we can highlight and check for plagiarism. How much can we check on plagiarism? So we can check that. I'm gonna go out there and check some plagiarism. No matches were found, and just come through here and check some of this. Click the more button and check for plagiarism. So I like that. I have a pro account to Copyscape, which is kind of the staple that you look at to see if, because it's known as being the best plagiarism. So I use that, but this is nice. I don't know where they're pulling this information from, but you can just check and see. Now we could take this entire document, which I'm going to Control A, Control Copy. We're gonna go over to a Copyscape and we're gonna see what Copyscape says about this content real quick. And it has 0 results. So far, very impressed with the tool. We got ourselves a nice almost 800 first document, and I just logged in. I didn't know how to use this before I logged in, never used this before. And you've got a nice looking article here. So, and that was just using one of the modules. We did enthusiastic. Now I would have to fool around with it some more, see if we can actually get funny text to come out, humble. I've found that in these tools, that selecting the tone has been pretty hit and miss. I'm not really sure you actually enthusiastic, awestruck, assertive. I mean, really, I'm not really sure that AI is quite there yet to where it can actually decipher and force itself to have a tone to give you that tone. It's cool that they have it, but it's not really a huge bonus right now because I don't really think that any of the tools are doing a great job with specifying a tone and actually having the output. Because if you read through this right here, it's just pretty formal writing. It's pretty formal writing. There's nothing extremely enthusiastic about it or anything like that. So we got ourselves a good article. Of course, you can edit in here. And there's a lot of other stuff we can do in here. We can do emails and Facebook ads and copywriting, and they have a magic command. You can use this to do the copy for your landing page or website, job descriptions. So there's plenty of stuff in here. A question and answer could be for like Cora. Now, there's plenty of stuff in here that you could use even if you are not a blogger, right? And so that's really cool. And then also, I like how they have story plot and song lyrics. That's different. There's only a couple other tools that I've seen that have stuff like that. I wish I could go ahead and try this out because I've actually sold a lot of gigs on Fiverr, believe it or not, writing stories with Jarvis, fictional stories. It's been really, really cool. And people like the story and the output. So let's go on to conclusions, kind of. That was just a long form content generator. Now I'm going to go through here and we can look at, so if we come through here and we look at the pricing, so this is going to go off of Appsumo soon anyways, and you're going to end up having to pay for it monthly, or you can pay for it annually and get 2 months for free, which is awesome. So here is what the pricing looks like. So if you're going to pay monthly, it's $29 a month, or if you pay yearly, it's going to be $290 a year. I did the math already. So you're looking at $24 a month. And here is the cool part. You get unlimited characters. So there's no limit. So I'm a Jarvis user. I pay $100 a month, and I was an early adopter. So if you're not an early adopter, you're paying $119 a month to use Jarvis Unlimited. That's with boss mode and everything. Now you're getting a tool like this, a really, really good tool, and you can cut down by 75% of the cost or more. It's about 80% of the cost of Jarvis, which I would say is probably becoming the staple of AI tools. They seem like they're just a little bit ahead of the curve when it comes to the technology and staying on top. And they have a ton of resources that they're pumping in every month into the system. And you just can't say a whole lot of bad things about Jarvis. It's a great, great tool, but you pay for it. You pay for the premium tool. So a tool like Rytr, in my opinion, after I'm a Jarvis user and I have a lot of the other tools, like I said, I have PepperType, I have long form AI. You can look at some of those reviews on my channel as well. So I have a lot of these AI tools. There's pros and cons of each one of them. But I was looking at this one. I think that the quality of content that's getting spun out or spit out is pretty high. And so I like that. And I'd have to fool around with some of the other modules. But the fact that we were able to write an 800-word article in a matter of 10 minutes or less, and it passed plagiarism, and the fact that it has a price point of $24 a month or $29 a month, I would just get on the monthly plan for a few months. And if you really are like, cool, this is the tool for me, go ahead and invest in that annual plan to save yourself some money. But I really like this. They don't have any other plans. There's no, well, you got to pay $100 a month if you want unlimited. If you want 60,000 characters a month, you get, it's $50 a month. I don't really like that. I like one price, unlimited for everyone, and make that price to where it's almost irresistible. Them at a $29 price point, this is an irresistible offer. $29 a month, unlimited content. You can do whatever you need to do in here. I think that their pricing structure is really, really good, and I would give it an A+ for pricing structure. 29 is perfect. Most people can afford that, but it's also going to be enough for them to pay the bills and also continue to develop the software and keep it in tip-top shape. So that's my opinion about the pricing. I think it is definitely amazing pricing. Now, when we come back over here, one last thing, and then I'll end this review and tutorial, is that when we come back over here and look at the Rytr one time, and this has been on, I think, Appsumo for a couple months now, you can see it's got 5 tacos average, 713 reviews. So people do love this software. One thing I think that people probably aren't loving about the one-time payment. Now, if you're only going to use this for emails and coming up with headlines for your blogs, but you're going to use Jarvis or another tool to do your AI writing, then this $39 would be just fine. But if you plan on using this as your primary writing tool, AI writing tool, then this deal is actually not, I'd love for you to go down and purchase, and I have the link below, purchase this if you want. I also want you to be aware that 50,000 characters down here is what you get per month. That's not very many characters. If you do the math, okay? So we come over here real quick on Google, type in how many words is 1,000 characters. So you're looking at 140 words to 250 words. So we're going to just be on the low end at 150 words. We're going to say 150 words is 1,000 characters. So what you're going to do is you're going to come back over here, okay? And we're going to pull out the calculator because look, 150 words, 150 words. And Appsumo is giving you 50,000 characters, not words. If it was words, it would be a killer of a deal, but it's only 50,000 characters, okay? So it's only 50 times 150. 150 words is 1,000 characters, and they're giving you a 50,000, so it's times 50. So it's 150 words times 50. And look, you're only going to get 7,500. Now, this isn't the worst deal in the world because if you looked at PepperType, and by the way, PepperType is off, the deal is over. But PepperType's first tier was also 7,500 words. So that is what the developers are saying is worth $39 a month for you to write 1 or 2 articles. In my opinion, it's a little overpriced, but you're not ever going to have to pay again. So, I mean, there is kind of like, you have to do that judgment. When you're the developer, you're giving away all these lifetime licenses. 7,500 characters is not that much, but you do get it lifetime access and you'll never have to pay again. So you be the judge if you think that's a good deal or not. But 7,500 characters, I can tell you right now, will only, because the AI is going to pump out more words than you need for your article. So right here, you're going to be right at about 2 articles. You're going to be able to do 2 about 1,000-word articles for 7,500 per month. Or so I think that this deal is good for if you're using short form content for just blog headlines, descriptions, ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, product descriptions, things like that. If you're going to use this as a long form, then you're going to be better off signing up to the actual Rytr pricing at $29 a month. Over here, you're actually going to be better off paying for the monthly subscription where you can have unlimited and you're not going to be worried about your credits or anything like that ever. So that's my conclusion is go ahead and pick up the lifetime deal if it's still available and if it works for you. But I think that paying the $29 a month and just getting all the bells and whistles and not have to worry about a cap on content is going to be the best. So I will be signing up for the affiliate program, and at some point I will be clicking, or you can click below and sign up for either one of those, the lifetime deal or the regular payment plan directly to Rytr. So I hope you enjoyed this long. It was actually a pretty long video. But I hope you enjoyed it. We got to dive in together, and I hope that this was what you were looking for. I tried to do some comparisons to other tools that I'm looking for. So overall, I'm pretty highly impressed with Rytr and the output and the user interface. So hit that like button, subscribe so you can get more tutorials and reviews just like this one. Until next time, take care.